At a small baseball field in northeastern Kentucky,
It's not what I would call my field of dreams.
David Irie is returning to the diamond, where his life forever changed.
Have you been out on the field at all?
No, this is really the first time I've been back out on this field.
In 1989, David was a high school senior and a baseball star.
I was looking forward to moving on with my career in baseball.
But his hopes of making it to the big leagues ended here at home plate with a slide and collision with the catcher.
Head first right here. Don't think I ever made it to the plate. I tried. I remember getting everything going numb.
Morris Shearer, who was an assistant coach for the other team back then, saw it happen.
Did you know how bad it was immediately?
Yeah, he wasn't moving at all.
David fractured his spinal cord near the base of his neck.
C4, C5.
Paralyzed and helpless in the hospital, David held on, telling himself he would recover.
You're going to be down for a little bit. It might take a few months, but you're going to hop right back up and go right at it again.
A doctor delivered a dose of reality.
The doctor looked at me and said, "What's your expectations?" I said, "To walk again." He said, you need to be realistic." He said, "That's never going to happen."
Did that hit you hard?
Yeah, and that's when you started getting depressed.
So depressed, David began thinking about ending it all.
You thought about it.
Oh yeah, there's no cure for a spinal cord injury.
The game David loved was no longer in reach. Darkness began to consume him until a star appeared at his bedside.
I looked up and Al Oliver came in.
Al Oliver, the legendary slugger who grew up in Portsmouth, Ohio, had just retired from the major leagues and was now a minister making rounds at the hospital. To this day, he can't say for sure why he went into David's room.
So you didn't know he was there?
I did not know he was there. It was just God leading me to his room.
This photo was taken just after Al met David that very day. Al even signed a ball cap for David with the simple saying, "Stay positive." David says Al's visit saved his life.
I kept holding on to, Al Oliver came to see me. Al Oliver said, "Never give up." So that kind of helped me push on.
Al continued to visit David and sign photos and lots of baseball cards to encourage him. The push of positivity led to something extraordinary, a purpose, which would bring David back to the game he loved. David started his own nonprofit, the David Irie Foundation, dedicated to funding spinal cord injury research and teaching young boys and girls safer ways to play the game.
We do this so you guys won't make the same mistake.
According to the National Safety Council, in 2022, baseball and softball players in America were sent to the ER more than 136,000 times. Truveta, which researches electronic health data, discovered baseball had the highest rate of face and head injuries, more than 15% higher than any other sport. While spinal cord injuries are rare, David focuses his lessons on avoiding the slide that broke his neck.
Are you saying never ever slide head first?
Yes, and especially home plate.
Big names in baseball have long supported David and his foundation, including Jose Rijo.
I would do anything for Dave, anything.
The Cincinnati Reds organization embraces David too.
He's an extraordinary person, and that goes well beyond his physical limitations.
On May 25th, David Irie rolled onto the field at Great American Ballpark, honored by the Reds as captain for the day.
Good to see you.
All right. Good to see you too.
And David was by Al's side when he was honored too.
Let's hear it. Al Oliver.
At 77, Al had to use his own wheelchair to get to the mound. But when he got there, he stood up. And threw the first pitch. Major league moments for a long retired superstar and the once broken player he helped save. Back at the small baseball diamond where it all began, a moment severed by a catastrophic injury decades ago.
I was still trying to reach for the home plate, but couldn't.
was still waiting to be completed.
Why don't we touch the plate today with your chair?
On this day, that score was finally settled.
You know what, David?
Yes.
You just made it home.
Yep. It took 35 years, but we made it.
Dwayne Pullman, Local 12 News.
Thanks for checking out Local 12's YouTube channel. Click the links and hit subscribe so you can be notified anytime we post new stories.